Hey there. My name's Erica Dutcher, and I wanted to come to you today and share a little bit about my passion for financial literacy. It comes from lots of things from my childhood, so I'm just going to share one of those with you today. I grew up not rich. I grew up kind of I felt like the poor kid in the little rich kid school because I was scholarshiped into the private school that was attached to our church. And so there was obvious differences between me and my classmates, one of them being that I grew up in a single parent household. And all of my classmates had two parents at home and had houses and we rented, and there were lots and lots of differences. Um, we were low income. We got a lot of help. Some of it I understood, some of it I didn't. I remember though one year that someone came and brought us a turkey for Thanksgiving, kind of with like a food basket. And people do that today all the time. They gather up food baskets and make sure that people that might not be able to have a Thanksgiving dinner or have the money to buy all the trimmings, that they can go do that. And it's fantastic. And I'm not speaking against it at all, but it was a little weird for us because my mom, I don't think she had ever cooked a turkey. So we got this turkey. And she made every attempt, I think, to cook it. But what ended up happening was um, you know how the turkey comes with all of the little stuff inside. So when you first get a turkey, you're supposed to take out the neck and take off the little metal pieces. And there's also like a bag of giblets inside. Um, and I don't know what else is usually inside a turkey, but we just take everything out, right? So we take everything out of the turkey. And that's how then we dress it and we cook it, right? Well, this turkey didn't really come with any instructions, and my mom had never cooked a turkey before. So she cooks the turkey with everything in it, all the giblets, the neck, the metal piece, the whole nine yards. No stuffing. Um, I don't even remember if we cooked it in water. I know she didn't baste it. It was at the wrong temperature. It was the wrong amount of time. It came out with like part of it looked like scorched burnt because it hadn't been basted at all. And then there were parts of it that were completely raw. Needless to say, this was an absolute complete disaster. And here I am, I'm like 6 or 7 years old, thinking my mom's cooking me a turkey dinner. This is going to be cool. And we ended up having like nothing to eat. We ate spam and green beans that night, which was a really common meal that we'd had uh, on a regular basis. The thing that bothers me about this particular story is that someone thought they were being really, really sweet to us, bringing us a turkey. They gave us a turkey, but they did not give us any education or instructions on how to wisely use that turkey. They didn't tell us how to cook it. They just made an assumption that everybody knows how to cook a turkey. No, everybody does not know how to cook a turkey. Trust me, I've been there. And now that I am grown, I look at the things that we do to try and help people who are struggling with money or single parent families or low income households. We tend to give them a lot of help, but we don't teach them how to use it. So, I mean, I guess the government's probably the best example of this. Let me give you a welfare check, but I'm not going to teach you how to go on a budget and how to use that money wisely. Let me just give you a handout, but I'm not going to take you and educate you on how to get a better job, how to be content with what you have, how to recycle things around your home, just how to live on a budget. Financial literacy is really my passion. So, how to live on a budget, how to save money, how to save for an emergency, how to, if how we have no business using credit cards to finance our gas tanks and our McDonald's. That's the type of education that we need to be giving people. We didn't get this in school. I didn't get it in school. So again, we grew up with like no instructions for how to budget, no instructions for how to save, no instructions for how to buy a house or build money for retirement. Um, Nothing. So what do we listen to? We listen to social media. We listen to advertisers, and most of the advertisers are the people who are trying to loan us money, who are trying to make money off of us. So they're encouraging us to use debt and use credit cards and get into all kinds of trouble. But this lack of education, it's caused us to have $2.3 trillion in credit card debt. So just like, everything else, education and knowledge is power. If we could financially educate everyone in the country, oh my gosh, we could probably put the credit card companies out of business. And you know what? I don't care if they hear me say that because they're encouraging irresponsible spending. So hopefully you understand some of where I come from and a little bit about my passion for financial literacy. Uh, I teach financial literacy. I encourage financial literacy. I coach people on budgets and savings. I coach people on their small businesses. And it's because I'm passionate about it. It's because I want people to learn. I want people to be empowered to make good decisions with their money and not end up getting into trouble and not have things like I have a turkey and I have no idea how to cook it. So the turkey is going to get destroyed. When we give people something and we don't teach them how to use it, in other words, we give you everybody a big boy job and a big girl job, and we don't teach you how to use the money, it's going to get destroyed, which means we go down a financial rabbit hole and we end up in a lot of trouble. So if you want to learn more, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel here. You can visit serenityfin.com, and I would encourage you to do that today and find out options about how you can come along with me and how you can learn the things that we weren't taught when we were young. Have a great day.